Okay, first ride report. For those that haven't tuned in already, this is my tire comparison review of the AT82 versus the AT81s. I'm not comparing anything else. This is just if you like the AT81 and you're curious about the new 82, this is my take on the differences after having ridden the 81s for many, many years now. So first ride report, if you watch the video that I just posted up, you can see it was a good traction day, still loose soil, sandy base with some rock and all kinds of goodness and fun. As far as wear goes, I mean, it's kind of what you'd expect. Took a little bit of that sharp edge off. Scoop's still there. You can see we get you a little bit of a profile on that side lug. Lots of fun, lots of smiles, lots of giggles, real enjoyment. Front tire, barely anywhere at all. Actual ride time was only 2 hours. You can see, I mean, it's still got the nipples on there. This thing's still basically new. 35 miles ridden on the ride. Immediately, things I noticed, the rear tire feels softer. I ride, as stated before, it was 9 PSI in the front, 6 PSI in the rear. What's my standard setup with the same tubes I always run. And the rear tire sidewall, I'll say, felt softer. The tire in general just felt softer. This next ride I'm going on, I'm probably going to try bumping the rear up a PSI to 7 and see how that affects it. Not that it was a detriment. There was really, in all honesty, nothing bad about these tires for the first ride. Things I noticed. Softer in the rear. The rear tire, I will say, got better wet traction on the little rocky sections. I think I even said in the video, I'm curious if this is a little gummier, which may, obviously not a gummy tire, but a softer compound. Technology's obviously changed over the years. Better rubber. The sidewall may not be as stiff. Better for the one ride wet traction. There's a position where I do a slight little pivot turn and then motor up like a sandstone section that with the original AT81s usually spins a little bit before it goes up. This thing just tractored right up it. At first on the day, dirt was so good. I said to myself, it's just new tires, good dirt. But through some of the climbs I did, honestly, this tire performs. It performs well. For the conditions I was in, I'll say there's a couple spots where I made mistakes. And honestly, I believe the rear tire saved me going up those hills. So for the initial response, I'm going to say better traction. Interesting note off the get-go that kind of faded. My initial reaction is the rear kind of likes to come around quicker. So you turn the front end in, the rear end was quicker to follow. And I don't know if that's because the tire felt softer and was folding over or there's less side lugs, but the initial response I had getting out was that's interesting and that's how it felt to me. Didn't really notice it throughout the whole ride because once I kind of warmed up and got loose and got comfortable, I just pay attention to riding. So no glaring issues with the tires yet. I'm going out to Mojave here shortly. That's going to be another mix of super loose to hard pack to rock to gravel, and we'll see how it wears. But for the moment, no complaints. All right, tune in for the next video on my next ride.